Got to make myself look pretty if it's possible. All right, we're going to go live and just when the countdown timer ends, we'll go live. We're talking about CVORs and facility audits and how to survive a facility audit. And then at the end, this is going to be kind of I don't think this will be too long today. I think it'll probably be 10 minutes or so. But at the end, I want to tell you what's coming up for next week because we're changing directions a little bit. Okay, we're changing direction and we're going to get even more focused on what I believe is important. So we're going to get a little more focused, get down and dig a little deeper and try to be of more service to people. So that's what the goal is, and I hope I can achieve that. Let me see here, make sure. Yeah, it looks like hopefully everything's working good today. Uh, Trying to get these things lined up so I can do these Facebook Lives a little more frequently and with a little more direction is what I want to say. Anyways, we're going to get to it in 30 seconds. And if you do get something out of these videos, please click like and subscribe. All right, so let's change the window now. Good day, good day, good day. It's Chris, Safety Dog here. It is February the 1st. February the 1st. It just said that my mic was muted. I hope not. Okay, so February the 1st. And what are we talking about today? We're continuing with our thing about surviving an audit. So let's go to sharing Keynote. All right. So the first thing I wanted to mention is my good friend, Mr. Bruce Outridge, and Lead Pedal Radio. He's got a radio show built for truck drivers, built for trucking, and check it out, Lead Pedal Radio. Oops, we'll go there. Lead Pedal Radio there, and guess what? I'm on the show Thursdays, 10 a.m. till noon. So I'm on the radio. Hey, all right. The virtual truck driver training, did want to mention that as well. All right, that we have a virtual truck driver session coming up on March the 6th. KRTS and Safety Dog have once again teamed up, and we are offering a virtual truck driver training on March the 6th. All the information is there. All right, we've got Andrea Morley from NEL Insurance, and she's coming over to talk about the effectiveness or the effects of physical and mental stress on truck drivers. And it's something that we're all coping with. At least I say we're all. I know I'm stressed out with this COVID thing, so I can't imagine truck drivers. So she's going to be talking about that, and then I'm going to be talking about risky behaviors and bad habits and how in the heck they develop and how do we break them so that we can get out of bad habits, because some of those bad habits are causing risky behavior. So anyways, if you're interested in that, give a call out to Kim Mestiesma Hill, and there is Kim's number. I would love to have that information. And we got a comment. Oh, we got a comment from, well, I don't think that's appropriate to be viewing. So at any rate, KRTS and Safety Dog are doing that for you. How to prepare for an audit. That's what we are talking about. If you are finding this useful and you want to go in the back, please check out YouTube. All of these live videos are posted on YouTube under the playlist that I've created, Safety Dog Live. So do that. Really popular right now is the ELD mandate in Canada. what's happening there. It is getting a lot of views, so I appreciate that. I say thank you very much. And of course, the trucking podcast. This week, my guest, Dr. Randy Flemmer. Randy came on the show, and I've got to re-listen to it because as I prepare for that March 6th interview, or March 6th virtual driver training, Randy was dropping bombs on how to transfer knowledge. So I really got to go back and listen to it. It was a great interview, and I thank him so much. All right, so the MTO audit with three components, as we've talked about in the past. There's the maintenance, the QR&R, which stands for qualifications, records, and reporting, as well as hours of service. So Safety Dawg free, because there's a number of free things that are there that are going to be coming down, and we will do that. So we're concentrating on module 8 of the manual, and it's all about preventative maintenance. So you need a preventative maintenance program. You need it in writing. That's what MTO says. You need it in writing. So this episode, I really want to talk to you about these things. Commercial vehicle inspection report. If we go to the next slide here, this slide here, you can see here that on this, you've got a number. So this is your level 2 vehicle, your level 2, your CVOR level 2. And in the detail part, and always get 26 months of reports. When you order this, order 26 months. But under the detail or the summary, you'll see the category inspection. So there's 3 categories on here. One is inspections, convictions, and collisions are the other 2. But under inspections, you always get this, the CVIR number. And you get that number right there, and it should match up with the number that's up in the corner here. All right, so on the CVIR, you get a number, and you've got to match it up. That's the only way I think you can pass an MTO audit, is to make sure that you've got all of those CVIRs, Commercial Vehicle Inspection Report. These are the reports that your drivers get from the scales. All right, so you get the report from the scale. If there is a defect, match the invoice or the work order to the CVIR. I staple it right behind the CVIR so that if an auditor is doing an audit and they say, hey, show me this CVIR number, when I pull out the CVIR, I've got the work order or the invoice attached right to it, so the auditor can see that it was repaired. I further, by the way, I also attach any discipline for the driver, I attach the training for the driver, and I attach the letter if I issued a warning letter for the driver. So I attach all of that to the CVIR so that the officer can see this information, and it makes their time, it maximizes their time. It makes it easy for them to do the audit, because this is one of the critical pieces of information that they come armed with, is all the CVIRs. And you can see right up in here, they've got the CVIR numbers right there for you. So make sure that you've got every CVIR as it appears on your level 2 CVOR, and it appears right there, that number. So that number is hugely important. I want to make sure that you've got all of them, and that you create a maintenance file that includes the CVIRs and the repair orders. All right, so that's it for this week on preventative maintenance. Next week, we are starting a new series. If you have a conditional CVOR, and say hi, whoever is watching there, and ignore the comments at the moment, because I don't know that the comment is applicable to what we're talking about. But give me a comment, whoever's watching. I see we got one watcher. Yay! Okay, so next week we start. If you have a conditional CVOR, what can you do about it? Conditional CVOR, what can you do about it? That's what we're going to be doing there. All right, so I told you this was going to be a short one. It is, it's only been 10 minutes. All right, so we talked about CVIRs, how important they are, that you need to get your work orders or your invoices and match them up with the CVIRs. Slap in there with the driver training, the letter to the driver if you disciplined the driver, and any warnings or trainings that you did for the driver. But most important, get every CVIR. Can you imagine if a driver forgets to hand in a CVIR and therefore it never gets repaired? 1, how embarrassed you are. 2, you're going to lose points in the audit. And 3, the auditor is going to look at you and say, hey, don't you know what's going on here? So it's hugely important to get all those. Next week, we start a new series, Conditional CVOR and what the heck to do about it. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks so much. Chris Harris, and Safety Dog is out.